Hey y'all, it's Mr. Lamb. I'm coming to you from quarantine in South Carolina at my girlfriend's parents' house. So it's been just wonderful. Hope you guys are having an amazing break. I am doing this video because I've got some really important information about your upcoming AP exam that I wanted to give you, and I'm sending out an email to all of your parents. So there's a good chance you've already heard about this, but it's really important to me that you guys kind of get this information from me. That way, you know exactly what's going on. And emails can be really confusing sometimes, especially if they're written by someone who's not very good at writing emails. So, three changes to the exam. The first change is that it's going to be an online exam. It's not going to be in person. You're not going to come to school and have to sit down for the exam. It's going to be online. It's going to be available to you online. So much so that they've said you can take it on your computer. You're going to be able to take it on your phone. You're also going to be able to do the exam on paper and then send in pictures of it. However, um, one thing that you are going to have to do, there will be some sort of lockdown browser. So for all of you going, this is great, I don't have to study, I can just take notes and use those. That's probably not a great idea. It's not a great strategy. They're going to use some sort of lockdown browser to try to prevent cheating. They're also probably going to use some sort of camera to like literally film you while you're taking the test, which is creepy, but uh, that's just how it is. You're going to have to deal with that in college anyway, so might as well get over it now. The second thing is they're cutting the material that's actually on the test. This is horrible news for me because I really like talking about that stuff, but probably great news for you. Um, Only periods 1 through 7 will be on the test. So for APUS, that means nothing past World War II will be on your test. Now that really sucks. It means we're not going to get to talk about the 50s, the Korean War, the 60s, uh, Vietnam, Richard Nixon, Watergate, Ronald Reagan, all that good stuff. We're not going to get to talk about it. I'm probably going to come up with some material at the end of class just to make sure that we cover our bases because for a lot of you, you're not going to ever take US history again. But our main goal is to focus on what's on the AP test. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to finish up our material. We have to finish the New Deal. We have to finish World War II. And then we're probably going to start reviewing um, for the AP test and all the material that's going to be on the AP test. For AP Euro, there's actually going to be everything before World War One will be on the test. So World War One won't be on the test. This really sucks because AP Euro, by far the most interesting parts of AP Euro are World War One and World War Two, and it's not going to be on the test. Now, for that reason, I think we're probably going to talk about them anyway, just because you need to know about World War Two, you need to know about Hitler, but our main focus is going to be on all the stuff that we've already learned. So we're not going to like review any of the World War One, World War Two stuff. We may just talk about it just so you know. So that's the second thing. The third thing is the format. So those of you who have taken the AP test know it's 60 multiple choice stimulus-based questions, followed by 3 SAQs, an LAQ, and a DBQ. They're getting rid of that format. Again, because it's going to be online, they've changed it. It is going to be a 45-minute exam. 45-minute exam with only free response questions, which means only essay type questions. So it could be SEQ, could be LEQ. Not a DB. You're not going to have enough time to do a DBQ, so I highly doubt there will be a DBQ. They're not going to keep that a secret though. So as soon as they tell me exactly what's going to be on the test, I'm going to let you know ASAP. So those are the changes to the test. The other thing is the testing date. There's not going to be a date. There's just going to be a window where you can take the online test. And so I imagine that window is going to start in May and go throughout June. My advice would be take the test as soon as you can because you may think, well, I might have longer to study, but in reality, it's really longer to forget everything. So we're going to really hit this review while we're out of school and hopefully continue to hit it when we get back to school. But you are going to have probably a pretty big window as far as when you can actually take the AP exam. As far as how this is going to affect our classes, because we're out for at least the next month, the earliest we'll return to school will be April 20th, and There's a pretty good chance that that's not going to happen. We're not going to get into all that yet because next week, throughout this week and next week, you'll be getting a lot of updates from the superintendent, from the principal, and then finally next Monday, you'll be getting a lot of information from your teachers. So I'm not going to flood you guys with any of that. I haven't figured it all out myself anyway. But the main thing is I want you guys to understand what's going on with the AP test. The last thing that I'm going to say before I go is that I've done what I did last year. There's ESPN. I've done what I did last year, and I've gone ahead and bought that review. It's a big, like 120-page review. Obviously, you don't have to read the whole thing, and obviously, don't review anything from periods 8 or period 9. But I'm going to go ahead and post that to the Google Classroom to help you guys with your review. I really encourage you to keep reviewing for this AP test despite everything that's going on. Give it 30 minutes a day. Give it 20 minutes a day. Don't do it on weekends. Do it during the week. You're not doing much. You're at home, hopefully. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the Google Classroom. My recommendation, if you can, print it. If you can't, download it on your desktop so that you can easily pull it up because we're going to be using it a lot. If you have any questions about the AP test, if your parents have any questions about the AP test, remember that you can always reach me at my email. I will get back to you at some point, and then next week we'll talk about how you can actually contact me face to face, despite the fact that we're probably thousands of miles away right now. Other than that, have a great rest of the week. Stay safe. Um, Try not to be the Gen Z kid who murders someone. That's generally a downer. And then just keep a lookout, and we'll let you know what's going on. Y'all have a great week. See you later.